Hello and welcome to Jigsaw Shed. Now the Rugby World Cup is in full swing at the moment, so I decided I'm going to turn a miniature rugby ball from this piece of maple. Now there's some lovely little burrs on here, so hopefully there should be some lovely character in the finished piece as well. So let's get on the lathe and see what happens. Now the roughing process took quite some time to do because I had to run the lathe really slow as the piece was very unbalanced, or you would have suffered seasickness from the shaking of the camera. Now, even though I had it mounted in a spindle orientation, so end grain to end grain, the piece was fairly gnarly, so I decided to use my bowl gouge instead of my spindle roughing gouge for this process. Slowly, however, the piece did start taking on the shape that I was looking for. So to get my proportions right, I did create a template that I could use to measure the piece as I was going along. So here I am just marking out the center point of the piece, as this will be the widest point of the ball and the curve will work away from it, obviously just to get the equal proportions. Well, there was a bit of a punkiness right by the live center, and obviously as I got too close it just didn't hold together. But not to worry, cut it off and start again. I didn't mind the live center creating a dimple here, as a rugby ball does have little dimples either side. So I'm just cleaning out some loose debris from within the voids before I use some O3 adhesive's thin CA glue just to seal and stabilize those voids. So obviously, as a rugby ball is made up of 4 panels, I just had to mark it into quarters here, and that will also give me the space for where I will start my carving. So I used the Rugby World Cup logo of this year and then my Dremel engraver just to put the lines onto the piece. Now I could have used carbon copy paper, but the engraver worked really nicely as it cut through the paper and I could take the pieces away as I was going along. So to make the parts where I engraved a bit more visible, I just used a ballpoint pen just to go over, darken the lines so that I can start the next part of the carving process. So I then also proceeded to shade in the areas that I need to cut out, obviously just to stop myself from making a mistake and cutting into the wrong section. So to cut the recess, I used my Dremel 8260 with a cutting guide, which comes with the 8260 Platinum kit, and then a 193 bit to carve the recess. So it's a nice small bit that really gave me nice good control there. But I did have a few issues where the wood was punky and it did slip and cut into it, so some of my lines weren't as clean as I wanted it, which you will see later on in the video. So as there was quite a bit of punkiness within the scarfed section, I did first use some thin CA glue. Unfortunately didn't get it on camera, but yeah, this was used before I applied the sanding sealer. Now I am coating the whole ball in sanding sealer, as after the next stage I'm going to have to cut it again, and I just want to make sure the punky areas were sealed as well and a bit hardened up so that it cut a bit more smoothly. So onto some Milliput. Initially I was just going to use black, but then I decided I'm going to change it up a bit and create a marble effect with the turquoise colour, which is the first time I'm using the turquoise. So just cutting them to equal sizes, part A and part B, and then mixing together by hand. Now the black did take a lot more work, as it was a bit older and was a bit more stiff, but once they started warming up, it started being more malleable and worked together a lot better. So to create a bit of a marbled effect, I had to obviously roll the two pieces together, and then I made sure that I only did a little bit of twisting and squeezing together before they started to blend the two colors. And then it was just a question of filling the whole recess with the Milliput, making sure I get it into every part of that. I did use the little round dowel afterwards just to squeeze it in a bit more and smooth it over, but at this point it just looks like a complete mess. Now after 24 hours the Milliput was cured and I could get it back on the lathe to start turning. Now for some reason my camera didn't start recording the initial part of the turning, but it was just turning the Milliput away to reveal the shape. Yeah, you get the gist. So just sealing the piece again before I then decided to sand it back again, as there's a few bits I wasn't happy with and still some punky bits that needed to be sorted some more. And we're back to marking the ball back into quarters, as a rugby ball has lines on it where the panels join, so obviously I've got to create that recess. So for this I used the Dremel 8260 again with a 118 bit. It was just a nice small triangular point that really helped just start working into that line. Now my hand did move and slip a couple of times, so the lines weren't always perfectly neat, But this was a bit of an experiment, a bit of a fun piece, so I didn't mind that much. So I then moved on to the 1 to 5 carving bit. It was just a bigger triangular bit, and just meant that I could get the grooves a little bit deeper and slightly wider as well. So just neatening it up a bit. And then just onto the abrasive buffs to clean out the grooves and smooth them over a bit. Although it did wear the higher grit buff away, it was a great tool to just clean out that void and just smooth it over on the inside, making it a nice feature. And then onto a lot of hand sanding for the grooves. So just using the Chestnut Products Nightwear pads to denip the piece after the sanding sealer before moving on to Yorkshire grit. Now the Yorkshire grit did need to be cleaned out of the voids, and it was the same case with the microcrystalline wax, but that wasn't too much effort to do. So the little 414 13mm polishing wheel just really helped polish up those areas that couldn't be reached, so the voids in the groove, and just really buffing them out a bit. Now just using the skew chisel to finalize the last part of the shape before parting it off the lathe. So just using a countersink bit to create the dimples on either side of the ball before finishing the grooves to either side to complete the panels. So just a bit more sanding before using the Dremel again to enhance the grooves a bit more as they were sanded down. Well, there you go, there's the final piece. I had a lot of fun making this and really enjoying watching the World Cup at the moment, though I wouldn't recommend going to kick this ball. Really don't want a broken toe. Now, there's so much character in the wood. The little burr gave a really beautiful effect there, and obviously all the voids adding to it. And I really enjoy like the marbling on the Milliput. My lines could have been a bit smoother there. Partly that was punkiness where the tool just ate into that, but also my tool control. So a bit of more work needed there, and also with the panel lines. But overall, really fun one to do, and nice display piece as well. Just need to make it a little stand now. But I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the project. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to my channel if you've not done so yet. And I will see you next time. Take care.